Well, if you're having family in town this holiday season, why not take them to the New Britain Museum of American Art?
One of my all-time favorite museums.
So beautiful there.
Melissa Cole went for a visit recently and shows us two new exhibits, one featuring a famous movie star and the other a local artist from Torrington.
Take a look.
When you think of Dennis Hopper, you probably picture him starring in movies like Rebel Without a Cause or Easy Rider, but he had another passion that put him behind the lens rather than in front of it.
He was also a prolific artist as well, and in particular, a wonderful photographer whose work we are so thrilled to be able to show at the New Britain Museum of American Art as part of this exhibition entitled Dennis Hopper, The Lost Album.
Min Jung Kim, director of the New Britain Museum of American Art, shows us over 400 photographs on display, all taken, printed, and mounted by Dennis Hopper. Until now, the last time this exhibit was shown in America was in 1970 in Texas.
When Dennis Hopper died in 2010, his daughter Marin was rummaging through the attic looking for Christmas ornaments and stumbled upon these boxes.
It was actually James Dean who inspired him to take up photography in the 1950s.
When Dennis Hopper at the time had expressed interest in one day becoming a director, it was James Dean who had first encouraged him to pick up photography in order to train his compositional eye. Much later, in the early 1960s, Dennis Hopper met, fell in love with, and then eventually married the actress Brooke Hayward, who gave Dennis Hopper his first Nikon camera.
From that day on until 1967, Dennis Hopper took over 10,000 photographs documenting some really pivotal moments of the 1960s.
And of course, as you see here, a number of very intimate shots of Martin Luther King Jr., Selma, the Civil Rights Movement. He had incredible access to some of the key moments of the 1960s.
Dennis took his camera everywhere and was even given the nickname The Tourist. He captured rare and candid moments of notable famous people.
Everyone from James Brown, Ike and Tina Turner, Jefferson Airplane, the Byrds. We also see a number of celebrities and actors, Paul Newman, Jane Fonda, John Wayne.
So how long will this exhibit be here?
So the exhibition will be on view through January 28th.
Another artist's work on display at the museum, Neil Jenny.
So Neil Jenny?
Yes.
I have not heard of him, so tell me a little bit about him.
You know, someone, and I can't recall who, has quoted Neil Jenny as the most famous artist no one has ever heard of.
Okay.
So you shouldn't feel bad about that at all. That being said, Neil Jenny is an extraordinary artist and one that we at the New Britain Museum of American Art are so honored to be able to feature.
Neil Jenny was originally born in Torrington and then moved to Western Massachusetts.
Perhaps best known in the 1970s for a body of work that is referred to as bad painting.
This is an example of bad painting, a style meant to be very different than the artistic trends of that time.
His bad painting was a time period rather short from 1969 to 1970. And then from 1970 onward, he created a whole body of work that, opposite from bad painting, is called good painting.
The difference? His good paintings are meticulous with so much detail they almost look 3D. Neil Jenny's bad paintings have rougher strokes and are more simplified. Let's see if we can tell them apart.
I see bad painting. All bad painting.
All bad painting, very good, very good. You can tell not only stylistically, but also the simplicity of the frames and the titles, Hunter and Hunted.
Neil Jenny's good paintings have very bold frames, which he also made.
The frame is very much a part of the work itself as well.
And what does the title mean underneath it?
NA being North America. So North America divided, North America depicted, North America acidified.
And I really like this one over here, just atmosphere.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It totally just looks like the atmosphere.
Now come closer too, because in addition to the work itself, you can see that the frame itself is also painted. So he's really taking the frame as part of the painting and vice versa.
This exhibition will be on display until the end of March.
In February, Neil Jenny, the artist, will be coming and we'll do a panel discussion led by Neil Jenny and a very well-known curator.
So you can meet him and see all this great work.
Absolutely.
All right, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Be sure to check out nbmaa.org to learn more about the Dennis Hopper and the Neil Jenny exhibits.
The New Britain Museum of American Art is also hosting fun holiday events, and you can find all the info right on that website.